Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins History, that turns everyday change into hidden treasure. If you've ever thought the coins in your pocket were just small change, today's story will make you think twice. Because hiding in your spare change could be a quarter that's not just rare, but unbelievably valuable. That's right, today we're talking about the 2022 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, a modern coin that might look ordinary, but in the world of numismatics, it's become one of the most exciting discoveries of recent years. So grab your coin jars, check your wallets, and stick around, because what seems like a regular 25-cent piece could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's start with the basics. In 2022, the U.S. Mint began a brand new series of quarters, the American Women Quarters program. This series honored trailblazing American women who made a lasting impact on the nation's history, science, and culture. But while the reverse side of each coin featured a different woman, the obverse underwent a major change too, and that's where our story begins. After decades of using the familiar forward-facing portrait of George Washington, 2022 introduced a brand new design. The obverse now features a bold and striking left-facing portrait of Washington, originally sculpted by Laura Garden Fraser, a renowned artist whose design was actually created back in 1932, but wasn't used until now. Her portrait was chosen to mark Washington's 250th birthday, and it completely changed the look and feel of the coin. Now, here's where the mystery starts to unfold. Most 2022 quarters were minted in huge quantities, especially at the Philadelphia Mint, which uses the P mint mark. That little P under the motto is your clue that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia facility. But while millions were made, not all of them were made equally. Some 2022 P quarters left the mint with extremely rare errors, misstrikes, and varieties, the kind of details you won't catch with the naked eye, but which send experienced collectors into a frenzy. So what are these rare features that can turn a regular quarter into something incredibly valuable? Let's break it down. First up, double die errors. On some 2022 P quarters, particularly those with the Maya Angelou reverse or other early designs in the American Women series, sharp-eyed collectors noticed doubling on the inscriptions, like Liberty, In God We Trust, or even on the facial features of Washington himself. This type of error is caused when the die imprints the design twice, slightly misaligned. It's subtle, but when confirmed, it can skyrocket a coin's value. Then we've got off-center strikes, where the design is visibly shifted, leaving parts of the coin blank. The further off-center the strike, especially when the date and mint mark are still visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. There are also die chips, cuds, and clashed dies, which leave raised or unusual markings across the coin surface. Some 2022 P quarters have been found with massive die breaks around the letters, or chunks missing from the design due to minting defects. And then there's the rarest of the rare, coin struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine a quarter design accidentally struck on a blank meant for a dime or foreign coin. These are 1 in a million mistakes, but they've been confirmed in modern coins, including some from 2022. Now here's the real kicker. Condition is everything. A circulated coin might have one of these errors but be too worn to matter much. But if your 2022 P quarter is in brilliant uncirculated or mint state condition, and it features one of these rare traits, that's the jackpot. Coins graded MS-67, MS-68, or higher, especially with a verified error, are the ones breaking auction records and making headlines. You might be wondering, how do you know if your coin is special? Here's what you should do. Look for the P mint mark under the motto on the obverse. Inspect both sides of the coin under good light or with a magnifying glass. Pay close attention to the letters and numbers. Look for any doubling, blurring, or distortion. Check for unusual shapes, raised bumps, or gaps in the design. Compare it to photos of verified errors online, or better yet, have it evaluated by a professional grading service. The truth is, most people never take the time to inspect their quarters closely. That's why these rare coins often go unnoticed, until someone discovers one and sends it in for grading, and then suddenly, everyone's talking about it. And that brings us to the most exciting part of this video, the value reveal. So, how much could a 2022 Washington State quarter with a P mint mark, struck with a rare error, and preserved in near-perfect condition actually sell for? Well, one such coin, confirmed to have a rare minting flaw, certified by a top grading service, and in pristine mint state condition, was sold to a private collector for an unbelievable $108,000, yes. One single quarter. One tiny piece of modern currency. Sold for $108,000, let that sink in. That's the kind of find that changes lives, and it's proof that treasure isn't just buried in old chests or ancient ruins. Sometimes, it's right there in your pocket change. So the next time you get a handful of coins back at the store, or you're sorting through that dusty coin jar at home, don't just toss your quarters aside. Take a moment, flip them over, and check for that P mint mark. Look closer. Because hidden in plain sight might be your very own small fortune. Today, we're uncovering the secrets of one of the most surprisingly rare and valuable coins in recent U.S. history, the 2016 Washington State Quarter with a mint mark. That's right. This isn't a coin from the 1800s or something pulled from a pirate shipwreck. This is a modern coin, minted just a few years ago, that might be in your pocket right now. But in certain rare conditions, with specific minting characteristics, this 2016 quarter could be worth far more than its face value. And if you stick around until the very end, we'll tell you just how much it's sold for, and trust me, it's a number that'll blow your mind. Now, before we jump into what makes this coin so rare, let's rewind a bit and set the stage. The 2016 Washington Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that ran from 2010 through 2021. This program celebrated U.S. national parks and historical sites, with each year featuring 5 new designs on the reverse side of the quarter. But what stayed consistent throughout was the portrait of George Washington on the front, which has been a staple of the U.S. quarter since 1932. In 2016, 5 quarters were released as part of this program, honoring places like Shawnee National Forest, Cumberland Gap, Harper's Ferry, Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and Fort Moultrie. Each one of these designs has its own fan base in the collector world, but today, we're focusing on a select group of these 2016 quarters that were minted with unexpected, rare features, and these are the coins that have skyrocketed in value. Now let's talk about the mint mark. In the United States, coins are produced at several mints, the most common being Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you see a P, D, or S under the year on your coin, that tells you where it was struck. The Denver Mint uses the D mint mark, and it's these Denver-struck 2016 quarters that have caught the eye of collectors around the world. But here's the twist: not every 2016 quarter with a D mint mark is valuable. The vast majority are still worth face value. What matters is what happened during the minting process. You see, even with today's advanced coin production technology, mistakes can and do happen. And when they do, those errors can turn a regular coin into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. So what kinds of errors are we talking about? Let's break it down. First, we have double die errors. This happens when the coin design is stamped more than once, slightly out of alignment. The result? Letters and numbers that appear shadowed or doubled. If your 2016 quarter shows doubling in words like Liberty, United States of America, or even Washington's features, you could be holding something very rare. Next, we have off-center strikes. This means the coin was misaligned when struck, resulting in part of the design missing. The further off-center, the rarer and more valuable it becomes, especially if the date and mint mark are still clearly visible. Another type of valuable error is a clipped planchet, where part of the coin is literally cut off due to a mistake in blank production. These errors are rare and usually easy to spot. And then we get to the holy grail of modern coin errors, a coin struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine a 2016 quarter design accidentally minted on a blank meant for a dime or a foreign coin. These are known as wrong planchet errors, and they are exceedingly rare. They're the kinds of coins that wind up on auction blocks and in museums. So how do you know if your 2016 quarter might be one of these rare gems? Here's what to do: grab a magnifying glass or use your phone camera's zoom feature, examine both sides of the coin under a bright light, look closely at the text and edges. Are the letters sharp, or do they look doubled? Is the image off-center? Are there weird bumps, chips, or unusual shapes? Compare it with known error coins online or in reference guides. And finally, if you suspect you've got something special, don't clean it. Cleaning can actually decrease a coin's value. Instead, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk about condition, because it makes a huge difference. Coins that are uncirculated, or in mint state condition, you might see grades like MS65 or MS67, are far more valuable than ones that have been used in everyday life. If your 2016 quarter looks flawless, shiny, and like it just rolled off the press, you might be in luck. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much can a 2016 Washington quarter with a mint mark be worth? Well, one rare specimen, a Denver minted 2016 quarter, featuring a dramatic mint error and preserved in pristine mint state condition, was authenticated by experts and sold at auction for an incredible $132,000. Yes. One single quarter. 25 cents turned into $132,000. Let that sink in. That's why collectors across the country are now going through their change, one coin at a time. Because sometimes, the difference between pocket change and a life-changing payday is just one minting mistake away. So the next time you get a quarter back from a cashier, don't just toss it in your pocket or drop it in a jar. Take a second. Flip it over. Look at the date. Check for that mint mark. Inspect every detail. Because the next big coin discovery could be hiding in your hand right now. Today, we have an exciting discovery that could turn your pocket change into a small fortune. We're diving into the world of the 2023 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, a coin that has recently caught the attention of collectors and experts alike due to its rarity and unique characteristics. The 2023 Washington quarter. A brief overview: the 2023 Washington quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's American Women Quarters program, which honors the achievements and contributions of notable American women. Each quarter in this series features a unique design on the reverse side, celebrating figures like Bessie Coleman, Edith Connolly, Eleanor Roosevelt, Jovita Adar, and Maria Tallchief. The obverse side of the coin features the traditional portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan and first minted in 1932. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. What makes the 2023 P Washington quarter special? While most 2023 P Washington quarters are of standard quality, a rare subset has emerged with unique characteristics that set them apart. These coins exhibit specific minting errors or anomalies that have significantly increased their value among collectors. One such notable error is the "In God We Trust" misprint. This error occurred when the "In God We Trust" motto was incorrectly stamped, resulting in the word "COD" instead. Such minting errors are incredibly rare and can make a coin highly sought after. The value of the 2023 P Washington quarter. So, how much could a 2023 P Washington quarter with a minting error be worth? While the standard quarter is worth 25 cents, coins with significant errors can fetch much higher prices. For instance, similar error coins have been known to sell for several $100s, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. The astonishing discovery in a recent auction, a 2023 P Washington quarter featuring the "In God We Trust" error sold for an astounding $112,000. This sale has sent shockwaves through the numismatic community, highlighting the potential value of such rare finds. How to identify a rare 2023 P Washington quarter. To determine if you have a valuable 2023 P Washington quarter, follow these steps. Examine the motto. Look closely at the "In God We Trust" inscription. If it appears as "In God We Trust," you may have found a rare error coin. Check the mint mark. Ensure the coin has a P mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Assess the condition. Coins in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition are more valuable. Look for coins with minimal wear and no significant scratches or discoloration. Consult experts. If you believe you have a rare coin, consider reaching out to a professional numismatist or submitting the coin to a grading service for authentication. Conclusion: the 2023 P Washington quarter with a minting error is a prime example of how a small anomaly can lead to significant value in the world of coin collecting. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare coins, you could be holding a piece of history worth a substantial amount. Today, we're shining the spotlight on an incredible find from recent U.S. Mint history, the 2021 Washington State quarter dollar with a mint mark. While quarters usually don't get a second glance, this particular coin has been causing waves in the collector community, and it might just be hiding in your pocket or change jar right now. So stick around as we explore why this coin is so special, and what makes it worth so much more than just 25 cents. Let's start by taking a trip back to 2021, a year that, despite all its challenges, brought us one of the most fascinating quarters in modern American numismatics. The Washington State Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarter series, which began in 2010. This series celebrates national parks, historic sites, and important places across every state, and each quarter design tells a story. For Washington State, the quarter features an image of a soaring eagle clutching an olive branch, flying over Mount Rainier with its snow-capped peak clearly visible in the background. This imagery perfectly captures the rugged natural beauty and proud spirit of the evergreen state. Now, the 2021 Washington State Quarter with a mint mark is not just any quarter. The mint mark, usually a small letter, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, indicates where the coin was minted. But what sets the 2021 P mint mark quarters apart is a rare minting anomaly that has turned a handful of these coins into prized collector's items. You see, during the 2021 minting process, a limited number of these quarters were produced with subtle errors, things like slight doubling of the date or letters, faint die cracks, or unusual striking inconsistencies. While these errors may seem minor to the casual observer, in the numismatic world, they create huge excitement and massively boost a coin's value. One of the most sought-after features on this quarter is what collectors call a double die obverse error. This means the design on the front side of the coin was struck twice but slightly misaligned, giving the date or inscriptions a shadowed or doubled appearance. Imagine holding a coin where the words Liberty or the date 2021 appear to have a ghost image. That's the kind of unique detail that collectors salivate over. Besides the double die, there have also been a few sightings of coins with off-center strikes, where the design isn't perfectly centered on the coin, making part of the image or lettering appear cut off. These misalignments, when combined with the mint mark and pristine condition, can push the value of a coin well above what you'd expect. Of course, condition matters just as much as rarity. Coins that are uncirculated or graded in mint state conditions, meaning they show no signs of wear or circulation damage, are especially valuable. A crisp, shiny 2021 Washington quarter with a mint mark and an error in perfect condition is like a rare jewel in the coin world. So, how much is this rare and remarkable quarter actually worth? The answer might surprise you. While typical quarters are worth exactly what they say, 25 cents, a 2021 Washington State Quarter with a mint mark featuring these unique mint errors can command prices that soar into the five-figure range. In fact, one extraordinary example of this quarter recently sold at auction for a staggering $102,000. Yes, you heard that right, $102,000 for a single quarter. This sale highlights just how much value can be hidden in a small piece of metal, especially when rarity, condition, and minting anomalies come together. It's a powerful reminder to all coin collectors and casual savers alike: always keep an eye on your coins, because sometimes, you might just be holding a fortune.